Hello, folks, and welcome back to the ABC Italian Radio Show. KMET Palm Springs, 1480 AM, 98.1 FM. Great to have you back here with us. You know, today we've been talking about Italians and Greeks. I mean, it kind of goes together like spaghetti and meatball. I mean, even the food is similar, but different, so our cultures go back thousands of years and they're kind of related. So we got some great guests with us today. Of course, we have Andrea Algieri, our dear friend from Brascatu. Wonderful, wonderful singer and songwriter and artist. And I got two guys here from the Rumba Kings. And this is really cool. Now you guys are traditionally a Greek band. I have George Stevens and I have Johnny Bacolas. Did I say that right?
Bacolas.
All right. So welcome to the show, you guys. So, I guess we should start out talking a little bit about the Rumba Kings, what you guys do and where you do it at. So, which one of you want to take the lead on that?
George, you want to take the lead?
Yeah, well, I guess we could just chime in whenever you like. John, if you could start it off and then I could,
Yeah, we're not a Greek band. We're a Mediterranean inspired band.
Gotcha.
So, we do touch, like in our shows, we'll have different segments. For instance, in this show here, we're having an Italian segment, which is absolutely gorgeous. We've wanted to do this for many, many years. And
I saw one of the things you guys actually had Andrea do an Italian segment with you when it was one of your last shows in the Northwest.
The last show, right?
Where he did Lasciatemi cantare, wonderful song. You did a great job, all of you, on that.
Thank you.
They did a good job.
What's that, Andrea?
You did a good job. I tried to do my best.
It's fantastic. And because of the success of that song and the way the audience reacted to it, and because we also really wanted to include, an Italian segment in our shows, we've really elaborated on that now and we've made an entire medley now. So there's a big Italian section in our show.
That's fantastic.
Opposed to just one song. So there's now an Italian medley in there. So we're a Mediterranean inspired group. We play, a kind of a mix of Latin music and Mediterranean music, kind of all mixed together.
And how many people do you have in the band? What are the instruments?
We have at any given time probably 15 musicians on the stage.
That's
it depends
pretty cool.
on if we're doing, if there's vocalists on stage. But there's drums, percussion, bass, 2 nylon string Spanish guitars, George and Mohammed, and keyboards, a string quartet. So we have 2 violins, a viola, and a cello.
Wow, fantastic!
And guest vocalist. So it's basic. It's an.
Or you got to have a mandolin in there somewhere, right?
Well, George plays mandolin. So
there you go. All right. That's because I know the
plays...
mandolins are both in the Greek and the Italian traditional music.
Yes. And he also plays the Greek bouzouki also.
Oh, wow. Very, very cool. So when did you guys start the band? What, how long you been going? What was the reason?
Well, it kind of started off actually in Edmonds at a little place called The Loft in downtown Edmonds.
I remember where that, I remember that. Yeah.
And, so when I moved down here, from LA, I know a few of my friends out here that are also musicians. So we got together and I met with the owner at The Loft and I told him about, that I'm a musician. We got to talking. He's a musician also. He plays accordion. So I tell him, I got these group of guys that play guitars. You got a small little stage over there. Is there any way we can come here, play guitars and maybe just get us a break on the drinks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the weekends, So we brought the guitars down. We started playing, and then Nico, who's the owner of The Loft, is a longtime friend of Johnny's. So I guess Johnny, you want to take over from there?
Well, Nico let me know that these musicians are playing there on the weekend, and I was talking to him on the phone. He goes, "You got to see these guys, especially the lead guitar player." And at that time, I was kind of switching gears from the rock world into going into my other passion, which was this really beautiful Mediterranean Gypsy Kings meets Yanni type music. Basically.
Yeah.
and I thought for the last 5 years, I was looking for musicians to kind of create this group. And he tells me about George. And I thought, well, I've already interviewed or auditioned every guitar player in Seattle. I might as well go see what these guys are about. I got there, saw George play, and I just went, there it is.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We started talking. What's that, Marcia?
I say I confirm. When I saw him play the music, the guitar, it was unbelievable.
I got goosebumps. Right.
I've only seen him play on the videos on the internet, but he is fabulous and
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys live.
I'm thinking this guy needs to be in front of 20,000 people a night. What's he doing here?
Yeah.
So I took him aside after their set and I said, George, tell you what, I go, first of all, are you a songwriter? And he goes, yes. Pulls out his iPhone, plays me a song he wrote, which is now in our set. And by the way, Andrea will be singing it, called Never Forget You.
Very nice.
We do a duet with that song. Beautiful song, right, Andrea?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so George wrote the melody line to that and the music to that song. So he plays me this song. I went, wow, this is incredible. Played him some of my songs. He loved them. I said, let's get together at my studio the next day. And the next day we got together and started working on our show, on our first album, which ended up becoming a big part of our set list. And then we just kept evolving from there. And it's been 8 years now. That was in May of 2015.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. So I know that you guys recently played at the Triple Door. I was out of town at the time, but Marcia, you saw them there. So, give us a report on what you thought about the band.
I mean, I did tell you a lot, but I'm going to repeat again. I love it. Like I say, it's a big group. Everybody's they're great artists, each of them. I like it even how they put on a stage, they put like a dancer so you can watch and listen.
Yeah.
Really nice to see. And like the energy, I'm not kidding. The energy is really strong. We were stand up, we were screaming and dancing with them. So I recommend everybody to check it out. Go see the concert because I'm sure it's worth it every penny. It's really well done.
Well, now moving forward, now enter Andrea Algieri, who's one of my dear friends and a great fellow Italian musician. We've enjoyed, we actually have not played much together, but we played a lot of different shows where we've appeared together. But we did play a few of those Italian jams at Festa Italiana. And, I remember you always have brought down the house. And, of course, he's such a handsome guy. And although that stage presence, that voice, all the women go wild. They go nuts. So, Andrea, how did you get involved with these guys?
It was kind of like I knew this girl.
Of course, it all started with Andrea with a girl.
And she's like an artist. She's from Ukraine. Her name is Stacy.
Stacy Fida. Stacy Fida.
That is the stage name, but actually I don't remember like a real name. Anyway, but she was looking for a person to include over here in Portland, her music video. And the director, she contacted me. Oh, there's this girl. She needed like somebody like in the video. Would be okay to be in her video. So of course. So we shoot the video. And I really like the video that one of her songs. And I told her like, okay, when I come to Seattle, I will tell you, like when I come to play, I want you to come to my show. So I had like this show like couple of weeks before your show at the Triple Door, John. I don't remember, like a month before, something like that. And I invited Stacy and I say, hey, I'm playing this place. Can you come? I want you to come. And she says, no, I can't. And actually she said, hey, I have a question. Can you sing in English? And I said, she asked me like, actually, do you have any English songs? I said, no, all my songs are in Italian. And she said, can you sing in English? I said, probably. I never did in front of people. And he said, oh, because I work with this amazing production, like this band called the Rumba Kings. And they're great. They're looking for somebody like they can sing this song with me, like as a duo. And maybe I can introduce you with Johnny, with one of the producers. I said, okay, like, why not? So, and she just like put me in contact with him, with Johnny. And we started to talk. We sent me the track, Johnny, like I sang on top of this track. So I sent back and he said, okay, you are in. So,
That's
and I started,
fantastic.
and honestly, I play music for a long time, but all the professionality of these guys is insane because it's everything like top of the notch, like top notch, like everything. The musician they play in this, whatever, like every like single musician, this show is an amazing musician, and not just amazing musician, they are very cool guys. So we prepared this one song, and after we decided to do also l'italiano, right?
Yeah, Italiano. Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was most of the time because I had like 2 appearances on the show at the Triple Door, but I was on the side of the audience. Actually, I sat with Marcia too at one point, right?
Right.
And it's so beautiful to be like, and I was thinking, I'm so lucky to be part of this. And honestly, everything is beautiful. Like for me, like I'll be part of this show and like be us on the other side and see the show like on the side of the audience. Say, oh my God, I'm so like this, is so beautiful. The musicality.
So now you do both. You do both original music, but you also cover, or you really do like your own renditions of some of the old songs. Yes.
Yeah. I think we change it up though. We kind of make it our own style.
Yeah.
Italiano, make it a rumba style, like a Gypsy Kings flamenco rumba style. So.
Yeah, for example, l'italiano. I sang l'italiano so many times, and I grew up with that thing.
Yeah.
But the way they play l'italiano is
it was
so
great.
different.
It was amazing. It was like a brand new reading of the song. You know.
Yeah. So
but
beautiful.
we are an original band, but like George and Andrea said, we'll Rumba Kingize a song.
Yeah.
And make it our own if it's a cover song.
That's fantastic. All right, guys, we only have about a minute left, so let's tell people what you got coming up. But first of all, obviously, I'm going to see Andrea at Festa Italiana, and that's going to be on September 22nd, where he's going to be playing there during the daytime. But then at the nighttime, as I understand it, you're going to be doing both on the 22nd and the 23rd of September, a great concert at the Triple Door in Seattle.
Yeah.
Tell people about that and how they can get tickets.
So there's going to be 4 shows in 2 nights. We do a 6 p.m. and a 9 p.m. on September 22nd, Friday, and September 23rd on the Saturday. Tickets are on sale at the Triple Doors website. I believe it's just tripledoor.net, but just Triple Door Seattle.
And that's a great venue, by the way. Wonderful venue.
It's a beautiful.
It reminds you kind of the old Copacabana style supper club.
Exactly. And that's kind of what we're trying to bring back.
Yeah.
One of our slogans is, we're basically bringing back the 20s again, kind of like you would feel like going out at the Copacabana or, what's the other room, George, we were talking about? Anyway, yeah, it's like that. Like get dressed up and come out to the show. It's just the perfect date.
That's right. That's right.
Get dressed up, going out night.
Well, I want to leave the listeners with just my impression of the band. You know, my favorite band probably in the entire world are the Eagles, which I've seen a number of times. And, I would say that you guys remind me of what would be almost like a Mediterranean version of that band. I mean, like Andrea said, your music is so highly professional. You got all these instruments, multiple guitars going on, which you don't see that in a lot of bands. And when you don't, you sometimes see a lead guitar player in a rhythm, but you got a lot of talented guitar players going back and forth, which is really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to your show. We thank you so much for being a part of our show here. And we'll make sure that we continue to get it on our schedule and promote it as we get closer to the dates.
Thank you so much, Tony and Marcia. Thank you so much for
Marcia.
everything, you guys.
You're listening to the ABC Italian radio show here with KMET Palm Springs. We're going to be right back after this quick word from our sponsors. Don't go away.